pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we have very little to go over, actually, unless you guys bring something up. Approval of the January minutes. While you're looking at that, I gotta look for the quote that I was supposed to present.
You get the tractor fixed? Probably just 1 hour too, and that's $2,000.
Whenever you guys are ready, I'll ask for a motion to approve the January minutes.
I'll make a motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Nate? Approval of the bills. Well, we got the Chevy truck fixed, the brakes had went out.
The older one?
So, we tried Catman, Wally was the only one we get into, that's fine.
Yep.
I'd rather spread this sprinkle it around a little bit anyway.
Yep.
Another bill that'll come in, I guess we can talk about it next week. I bought a cell phone for Claire. His old flip phone was sold, they shut it off. So, and then US Cellular would not give us contract unless I signed it, put it in my name, and I didn't want to do that. Because the phone we had now was in Larry Moore's name from 15 years ago, and they wouldn't transfer the number. So I just bought a prepaid phone and I'll do the 500 on my credit card. And what else to do? And then there was something else, I can't remember what it was. I guess that's probably it. I'll ask for an approval of the bills. Oh, the animal contract's gonna come back up again next month.
For the dog catcher.
And I have the terms of what they actually,
Do they, how many times do they come here a month?
that contract, I'd have to look at
See, I'm outside all the time, and I never seen them.
it. It kinda,
I think I've seen them once or twice this month, or last month.
Do they only, I think they only come if somebody calls.
they do patrol, but
Do they?
we've
Yeah,
gotta
the white
remember,
van,
yeah, we gotta remember that there are two of them.
For the whole
They're
county.
not very well compensated for what they do, and it's for the entire Pike County, which is huge. So, they get here and they can't.
how many complaints you reckon they'll have to get before they do something with this black dog?
Oh, I've been seeing that thing too.
Oh, it's tearing up garbage and everything.
This, I did.
Yeah,
tell
he's
them the
still
other
here.
day, but I didn't,
It's still here, I seen it today.
yeah.
It runs around the yard.
Does it have a,
It's been dumped, they think.
Yeah.
Well, it was dumped down in the bottom. I got friends that live down there, and they told me they seen it 3
Oh,
weeks
man, it's
before
way
it
down
got
to find
here.
something.
Is it purchasable? Or?
You can't get to, you have to tranquilize it.
Sorry, dude.
I've tried to walk up to it, you know, or just walk and don't say nothing, and it'll run, keep a half a block in front of you and bark all the time.
I will call her.
Jet black, no collar,
I guess. Big dog, medium dog.
There's a picture floating around.
It's a medium.
I've got a medium-sized dog, long-haired.
I'd say it's about the size of a blue heeler.
Yeah, yeah,
I mean, all kind of.
it's a nice looking dog.
Yeah, the old one.
And I don't think it's been aggressive, has it?
No,
It's just getting in
no.
people's trash.
It tore up trash behind my house, the new people there,
He was nice enough.
Clearly
to
doesn't
they
have
got
a
theirs
road.
overnight.
I will call her
No.
and see what she can do.
Be nice.
Alright,
I hate to see it put on sleep.
no,
They do pretty good if they can catch it.
they're in no kill.
Are they? Fantastic.
Alright, anything else on the bills?
I make a motion we pay the bills.
I'll second.
All in favor? Thanks. Bills paid. Mr. Gray.
And I'll mail the W-2s out tomorrow. If you're ready, I just forgot to figure it out. Any questions, Sheila?
No, I'm pretty calm right now since I had surgery on my neck, so I'm not saying
Bob,
too
you
much.
got-
No, not yet.
And I'm not complaining.
Page 2? Everybody on page 2?
I'll be back.
Yeah, so, receipts and disbursements since the last board meeting. Compared to the year before.
I put various checks in the bank account.
Yeah, you have,
You have all the
stubs,
stubs.
yeah, some code here, code violation.
Yeah, there's some tax stuff in there.
And there was, $143 of county tax.
There was one for 2,000.
Oh, was there?
I don't see that, but 4,000. But I am giving you the stuff now.
Oh, yeah, I was surprised.
I'll catch on.
You're trainable.
It's been 3 years.
Is he?
That's the big one.
So repairs are pretty high, that was the tractor and the truck, $5,000 wheels at 2,300. And then on page 3, year to date, this year and last year. We're running a little behind in income tax revenue. I mean, that's statewide, that's a shared revenue they send out based on the population. Use tax and sales tax are down a little bit. And that replacement tax has been running behind as well.
We didn't get our cable TV franchise revenue. Is that some sort of contract that probably ran out finally?
What's that? We didn't change anything.
We have
We're just
cable
talking
here.
about it.
Well, we don't have, do we have cable here?
Not for 25, 30 years.
No.
Oh,
But
really?
they still pay. But it looks like
They finally woke up.
They may have stopped.
Yeah.
They heard on Facebook. We didn't have
Yeah,
to.
I shouldn't have brought it up.
That's a pretty good chunk too.
Yeah.
They paid that every year.
Glad when we take the Facebook play.
Right.
Hope they don't want it back. Yeah.
You're going to face
And Roger, you're not eating enough gummies, cannabis gummies, because we're down in our cannabis tax.
Is that right?
Yeah, so you need to pick up the pace a little bit.
They made 1.7 billion last year and we get 49 bucks. That's great.
I know that's fair.
Yes.
That's something.
Oh, mercy. Page 6. Water fund for since the last board meeting, compared to the last year. And then page 7 is year to date. Water revenue couldn't be much closer than the year before, $29.
Did we ever vote to raise the water bill? I think I had
It
that
was on
on.
my notes from last time
probably put
Are
it
we on the agenda for this one?
on the agenda for the next one.
Retroactive to the October first. No,
Right.
just kidding.
We better not. I don't want those phone calls.
Sewer on page 11. Sewer doesn't bring in a lot of revenue, but it doesn't have much expense until we clean out the lagoon.
Yeah, not that maybe.
Page 12, year-to-date numbers. Pretty comparable. And motor fuel tax. That revenue always comes after the board meeting, so we always show it late. But on page 16, year-to-date numbers, looks like we're one allotment short.
I'm pretty sure that's one of the checks I put in the bank.
Is it? Okay. Is it about, what, $1,100 or $1,300, $900, somewhere in that neighborhood?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I put it in the bank and gave you the
Okay.
I got it.
All right. Very good. And no expenses on the water fuel. And then behind the financials is the accounts receivable on the water and sewer. And the heater's working very well.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, we can probably shut that down.
Well, if we keep it warm in here, we need a little better.
Yeah.
Welcome to your new life. Getting cold outside.
All right, with that, we're gonna ask for a motion for the approval of the financial report.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Second.
All in favor? Nays? All right, our only order of new business was, purchase of 2 new speed signs that we're coming back around to. I did get a quote on November 7th. This quote does expire on 12/7/23, but it's gonna be about the same. Thanks, Bob.
Bye-bye.
2 signs is $6,131.
And what was the last 2 signs? How much were they?
A little bit cheaper, but not much.
They
Not
were
much?
around 5,000.
Were they?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they've been running issue free 2 years, 3, 2. We bought them in like a December.
Would be nice to have 2 more.
What about
Yeah.
that money that we talked about last time we had to spend?
Yeah,
Can we use that if we?
not, I haven't completely figured that out.
What about motor fuel?
I'm not certain yet. But I think we could. It's one of the things I don't know. Now we can just, if we can, we'll just put it on there. And appropriate it for it. So if we can get reimbursed from that, we will. It'll just be one thing that I can take. We're looking into the excavator too, and that'll just write off that money. And then it just becomes, since we already paid cash for it, we just have a reason to claim, I believe it's 58,000. We just have a reason to claim it. So the motion on the table was to purchase 2 more speed signs. They would go, we talked about moving the 35 mile an hour. How far would you think? Like how many yards?
From where to where?
Like not, we don't need to go all the way to Eddiefield. But,
Right.
No.
I mean, and I don't even really think moving it a little bit We don't need to go too far.
Right.
That's, if you was,
It's like,
50 feet.
go a
no,
little more than that.
yeah, I think it'd be more than that, because
What
There's-
about like even with the driveway?
there's the road goes back to the trailer back there.
Yeah, well, and it's not,
Where is it?
it's not that
Oh, that's where it's
far.
at now.
I'm talking about the
That's
house.
Englewood. It's right on the corner of Englewood.
So that's where the-
Oh, yeah, yeah, one's near.
That's pretty close, and that's the one that's pretty close yet. I mean, it's
That's right.
close.
Yeah, I don't think the one on the west side of town needs messed with,
Yeah,
but the east side of town, it is right in Scott Smith's front yard.
yeah.
And that's,
Which is basically the town.
yeah,
What about?
well, the town goes all the way
Yeah,
around past the first escrow,
Yeah.
past that, we don't need to do
But I
that.
mean,
Ten or by new ones, across from new ones.
My guess would be somewhere between new ones and the church.
yeah.
Yeah, you're
I
not.
mean, no,
I
it's
think-
like-
I don't
Well,
need-
and if you
we don't
did
need to
it,
go
if you
there.
did it any closer to 96 and 106, people aren't gonna pay attention.
Right,
Like
because
if you
they're
turn
gonna
and
be-
come in.
There's no driveways out that way, or no
Right.
turns right, so.
How many feet do they technically have to slow down? Once, I think it's like 500 feet inside the sign.
But if
So,
you, if you move the sign out, like you said, maybe halfway, next to, maybe across from Kennedy's Drive, somewhere in there, that's gonna get you pretty close. Here's your warning, move the speed sign out from where it's at, now move it out of town just a little bit more.
Well, I did not call the state yet, because the more I looked at it, the more I didn't know
Right.
what, I didn't wanna put it somewhere and then say, what'd you do that for? Like, I wanted an idea. Okay, so, I will call them and see about
Just-
that.
And we're giving them fair warning that, you know.
The good news, since the last Facebook meeting, I don't know if they were watching the meeting. I did find out who it was, and they've not come through town at 80 miles an hour anymore.
Good.
Matter of fact, we haven't had anybody come in over, this is the middle of town, doesn't mean they're not hitting that sign, slowing down. We haven't had anybody over 55 for almost 3 years. At the last meeting, we were having tons of them. But that one person that come through, we had an officer come in that did not get stopped, but, whatever happened, they got the hand.
Well, they better keep them.
Maybe they got fired from the job and they'll come through anymore, either two.
Right, right.
But they got the hand, so, and that's just one of the benefits of the signs, I can track that.
So if we feel like we're already having benefit with what we're currently doing,
Hmm?
and maybe moving the signs, should we table the other two signs?
I don't know, because I've seen someone cooking, I mean, multiple cars cooking going east today. One so fast that I heard it and I looked up and I could not see, we're talking 60, 65 miles an hour. But you can sit there and watch that sign, people are going well under 35 now.
it does make a difference, cause I can
Makes
hear
sense.
them come in, and then in the dark, you can see when it starts
For
to
whatever-
flash,
yeah, for
and
whatever
it,
reason.
you can almost time
See
it.
the
with-
brake lights?
Or hear them let up off of
So
it.
Ron's idea of moving that farther out of town, I think is what we need to do.
Yeah.
They
I
are
think
definitely
that would be-
slowing down, when they see that second sign, they are slowing down. But the regulars are still cooking through. And if I had data coming through to eastbound, I can track it just like I did the west and track it down to a certain time and we can stop. So that's my request. I mean, I could just switch them on the other side of the road. But, and then if we did have 4 signs, I would put them equally, probably like towards Kevin and Helene's in the middle of town. And then,
Elm Street,
yeah, I missed Harvest. I wanted to get one out there.
Harvest
by
is
Harvest.
important because they're awful.
Yeah, they work best. And that'd be moving grain in the spring. They didn't put grain in these this year.
Yes, you do.
I even stopped to settle. They don't like what I have to say, but I stopped it.
Some of them do really well. I've actually called some trucking companies and saying,
Yeah, oh, yeah, they did. I
Because-
don't know who.
dear work, they're,
Yeah.
they do not speed through town, they are super.
Yep.
And so I call them and thank you. Anyway, that's up for a vote. 6,131 for 2 more signs. As a quote for 4 signs.
Do we gotta
So
pay
what about
for
the 1,000, is that what you're gonna ask,
Yep.
that we just paid for,
That was free for 18 months.
but would we eventually, or would it all connect into one?
It would eventually. Now, if we find out the data from the middle of town signs are the most valuable, then we wouldn't pay for all of it. We just pay for 2. Instead of paying for.
Right.
So each one of them's gonna cost 1,000 in the future.
If you have it.
Yeah.
If you have it hooked up.
Each pair will cost.
Each
$1,000.
one's 500.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So,
So $2,000 for,
I do.
yeah.
and
You're gonna see a difference. I mean, obviously.
I'm telling you that
And that
I
thing
knew
right
it was
there
gonna
makes
be-
everything spread.
I knew it was gonna be cool to track the data and it would help. I did not know it was gonna be this help. Like, I can track them down and we only paying off for 18 hours still a month. And we got huge results. But a lot of that is,
Right.
I don't just tell him we got a speeding problem. I ask him, could you schedule here and here and here? So that's what's on the table. That's the way to do it.
Haven't seen him in town for a while either.
We paid him. He was here, a lot of it was, he was in at, we called him in at 4 AM.
That's why I didn't
That-
see him.
that- And they actually sat towards, because I knew which direction they were going,
Yeah.
exactly what time, which days. And at 4 in the morning, you know, if you got a wreck and went through somebody's house, there's not many people out that morning. But I pull out of my driveway at 4:15 in the morning, and I might be sleepy, and someone's coming at 80 miles an hour, and I have a wreck.
I used to leave at 4:30 every morning.
I mean, Rob was the only one that whole side of me that early. There's not many of us.
And more power to you guys.
Kenny, Dave heading the other direction.
All right, so a motion to buy 2 more speed signs.
I'll make a motion to buy 2 more speed signs.
Is there a second to buy 2 more speed signs?
Yes, I'll second.
All in favor of 2 more speed signs?
Aye.
Is there nays?
I can vote to table it till we move the speed limit signs and see if we made progress. See if we can control it by that. And then we won.
Okay.
And save us money.
But
But
the vote calls for a count then, so we're keeping track of. Let's count off. Yay or nay?
Yay.
Yay.
man,
Sort of got it.
yeah.
Yay?
Yeah.
Okay. Motion carries. I will purchase 2 more speed signs. And then just let me know where, if anybody wants them temporarily. I'm
I'll
willing.
look tomorrow when I come back into town. I'm gonna look, see where, oh, you're talking about those signs. I was talking about the speed limit signs. And,
Yeah, and let me know about that,
too.
and then we'll, I don't know, we can make the decision, we get already decided to call. If some one person calls and say they want one in front of their house, I'm more than willing to put it for like, let's say, 2 weeks. And then they go back where it's from. And then there is a fire department sign right in front of the shop, Lovell shop.
Mhm.
I'll just lower that down, put one up there, and I'll have to Julie and do the whole deal to get one on the other side. There's no stop sign there.
Okay.
Now, they just Julie'd, on the street.
Yeah. They're putting a new pole in right in front of
Putting a pole in, but-
Green.
But Greens are also putting in tubes, and it's been Julie. So that, and I know we talked about that several times ago.
We might just go and stick a pole in it.
That's what I'm thinking.
We'll just stick a slow down sign on it for now until we put one, you know.
Yeah.
I know,
Because that was about the place we were all talking, because the
Yeah.
kids at that intersection right there by the park.
Yeah. I
Right
mean,
by the
if
cross,
it's already
they
marked,
slow
might as
down
well.
the road.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was,
it was bad.
Okay. All right. Visitors' comments? Nothing? Okay. As far as the water stuff, which, does have something to do with him, still waiting. It'll be, it's in that long waiting series. I would like to have an update. I'll probably reach out to Kevin Garnett for the next meeting. I'd like to have some sort of update, see what's going on. I very well know that I don't expect construction to start till 25. I doubt anything happens this summer. But it's gotta be getting closer. At least having a decision made where and what.
It'll be here before we know it.
That'll be,
Good thing till the water's flowing in the other direction.
yeah. Yeah, the good thing is whoever put these mains in, there's the same size mains at the end of Englewood, so we can come in and everything will flow backwards and probably break a bunch of junk free and
Sure.
boilers and, but that's,
Claire's gonna be busy.
that's the cost of.
Yeah, no, but we
Well,
gotta do
yeah.
what we gotta do.
Yep.
But there's gonna be some issues going.
We're just, it's a good thing that the water mains are all set up for it. We won't do that. Alright, code hearing report, I can talk if you don't want to. If you throw it there.
Doesn't matter, we would have said, we won in both cases. New ones, they're getting ready to get hit again. Because they're just,
They just said
they're
they're
burying,
Uh,
they're burying their trash and
Where's this at?
a gray house outside of here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and,
So- Yeah,
and the, hotel, we got hit with $800.
but we then found out that the mail, we did post it on the property.
We posted it.
So the fine holds true, but we did mail it to the wrong, so it's not us, the county has the wrong address. County still has Beverly's address,
Oh, shoot.
but that guy's LLC. So we pull the county records and we mail to whatever the county says. That's why the letter came back that said, we do not own this
But
LLC.
it was open.
Yeah, they opened it because they had their, yeah. And we were really confused what that meant, then we found out. That is the old address of the old owner. But then he has brought an excavator. So,
They were there yesterday, I think they're getting ready.
Well, I'm not going to release those fines.
no, not until, well, it don't matter because it's the one he was supposed to bring up.
Right.
That's the fine is for the
And
past, not for the wrong.
I think that we should increase Newland's fine again because she harassed me so bad on Messenger and wanted me to wait. Well, we've been waiting for what, 5 years?
So when I when I was doing it by myself, I just quit communicating.
Yeah. I just
The court
stopped.
is, those talks are for the judge.
And I just didn't
Fine,
respond.
and it gets to where,
After she gets the ticket, or whoever gets the ticket, how long do they have to clean it
It's actually 14 days.
is whatever the court order.
And I'm gonna tell you, a repeat offender, we should make it stiff. I mean, make it hurt.
up? How much was the last time?
200, I get out of go to 400.
I think we ought to be higher than 400. I think if you're repeating
So the way,
it,
I'll agree with that too.
the way it works, you request and then he signs. But
I mean, I
Beating a dead horse.
yeah.
we're on,
Well, if you can go back and say we've issued
we did
7
last
or
time.
8 tickets over the course of
I went
however
to
many
Sheila
years.
for the last
Yeah.
4 days.
Yeah.
What did I tell him, 6 or 7 times that we were in the ticket.
I know this is my 4th ticket to him. Just for me doing it. And I've had several.
And it's not like we're saying,
Okay.
you know, we're just gonna pile the
But
tickets
they
on you
do it
and
again.
money. I don't know how many warnings they
Have you
had
seen
in
it?
years
I mean-
past.
It
Oh,
seemed
yeah.
like it got better for a short period of time,
It
and
did.
then I did notice
Yeah,
that
it
now
did.
it's kind of starting.
There was a massive, everything. But
Yes.
anyway,
Yep.
that's what, we did last time. Is there any other properties that it's winter?
Did you? That reminds me about Claire too. I have talked to you, Claire.
Alright, speaking of Claire, you got anything short and sweet for us?
Yeah, when the below zero, the water line and for that, sink froze. And the one that, back behind us in that bathroom has been leaking all summer, we fixed it. And we got one, the bathroom over at the, pump house, it's leaking too, so we tried to patch it. So I think we'll just go ahead and, go ahead and get a hold of it up there and you can't buy the tank, you've got to buy the whole thing.
Yeah.
$150 for a new tool. So,
Why don't you just go ahead and put a new one in here too?
yeah,
That one's used up.
yeah, well, we do that too, the two of them.
Yeah.
So,
That makes it nasty.
Who does that for you?
Well, we don't really, just whoever.
Not a hired hand. I've been with the last couple of times. I haven't done any recently.
I'd say just put a new one in, start from scratch if you want to.
Both of them. Okay.
Isn't that water valve all messed up in that one anyway?
Yeah, yeah.
It runs half the time.
We still, it shuts out, when the copper pops down, it pops down by itself. So if you want to do it, we can do that.
I think we should.
We are the water company too, and I think if we can conserve water, we should do it by putting the water on. If it needs it. That's my opinion.
New toilets all around.
I'll let you talk to
Like a megaphone.
No.
She can take it home with her too. We don't even leave it here.
I called Wally, come get the truck and put new brakes on it. I put new handles and that started now.
Oh, shoot. They get fun?
I pushed down the left and it would keep on going right up on the interstate and I got it. So when I got back, called the mayor and told him about it. So either was gonna take it to Wally or take it to Chapman. Chapman take forever to get something fixed.
They give up.
Wally had to fix that weekend.
The mayor approves the purchase.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll think about Wally.
Yeah, he's good at that.
It's local, came local.
Yep.
Yeah.
Brakes on the truck. But it was actually already submitted and paid. So.
New phone, Deb making it up in the new sheet, updating it. Some of them guys, they're not on that list, so, not on the board anymore.
Most of them, yep.
Oh, you and Roger's name's on that thing.
That sheet's so old that Roger came around again.
Yeah.
And now,
He needs that most likely.
Yeah, what sheet you talking about?
Oh, where that's
yeah, the old disconnect sheet.
Yeah.
Your name used to be on it as a board member.
Yeah,
It's still the same sheet. So you come around and it's accurate because you're on the board. But that's the old sheet.
Yeah, that's about all I got.
So we're gonna take it. All right. Board member comments.
the only thing, I got one question.
Okay.
Summertime's coming, it's gonna get warm, you guys gonna start digging, are we gonna call Julie's in every time you dig?
If we're gonna dig out, yes.
Yeah.
If we're just clearing out stuff that we washed out of tubes, no, I'm not.
Right, I understand.
But there's not many, like, ditches that need new, there ain't any. The new
The only
ditches
reason
need
I
dug.
asked, I filled in that ditch there at my place, I had come to the board and everything and asked about it. When I dug the bottom of that ditch out, my gas line was that deep. And now we've got fiber in
We
town.
did, shouldn't.
You're right.
Yeah.
I was digging in there and I thought, where in the hell did this orange root come from?
Yeah, if it's an actually dig out, if it's just a skin like in front of the end of the tubes, which I realize that a lot of them don't need dug the whole thing. just
Right.
gotta dig out front of
From
it,
the
blow the
tubes.
tube out and get that out. But unless it's like the Methodist church over there, from east to west, it's completely, that's another big problem we have, is right there at the elevators, it is collapsed. That big tube that goes under there.
That's what that hole in the ground is?
Cause I turned two of the fire hydrants on and tried to get water to run toward the Donnas, and it just fills up. It's full of gravel, and you can hear it running in there. So that would probably be like a contract deal. I don't feel, I know there's a gas line, there's one with plastic.
Right.
Oh, just cold patch
Yeah. I don't feel comfortable with us digging that, but digging in front, we could have the contractor use our equipment and just pay by the hour. All right,
I'm just curious, that's all I wanted.
yep. It is,
I just couldn't imagine us getting into that
no.
fiber underneath there.
It'd be
The
like a-
village would be broke, you're better.
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
It'll be an on the call, on the fly.
We call it Julia over here, isn't it?
Yeah, if we're digging out the mold rooms, we're calling for sure. If we're just digging out running tube.
Right,
going
yeah,
down
yeah,
there,
yeah, that makes sense, it makes sense.
All right, Bobby?
Smoky Street, that one right in front of their house,
Yep.
we usually trim it up every so many years. There's some limbs going over his house, and he said something to me 2 months ago, and I
We
completely
said
forgot.
something. and
I forgot all about it until I heard about it earlier, so.
Is it the tree, the bushes?
I believe it's just the tree, because there's
The
a few,
tree is in an alley? or
No,
is it-
right
And
there.
it's between the sidewalk and the ditch, right?
Yep, it's on us. Or like I said, last time it was trimmed was probably 5 years ago, but there
Where
is,
is the soft maple?
yep,
Swampy tree.
surprisingly he reminded me.
Is that
And it's something we might be able to
something
do.
just, is that a general maintenance thing that,
Okay, I can ask, my son is a chainsaw cutter, and he's trying to find everybody's trees that we want cut down. So if you guys want some of it cut out, I know he would take the wood and do it.
You've done a pretty good job crossing the street.
Oh, yeah.
is it pretty high limb or?
That ain't too bad.
Oh, he's got a-
big equipment.
He's got a huge house ladder that he uses.
Straps it in and,
That boy, he's got.
You ever seen Bradshaw's common tree? Oh, I mean,
Like a squirrel.
there ain't no way I'll do that. But I'll, crazy. All right,
That's it.
so we have it on my list and add it to my list from last.
But yeah, I'm more than happy.
There is a, what, grease barrel up here, like, right on the edge of the road up here?
Is that what that is?
I don't know.
I don't know what it is,
It's a
I've
tub,
seen
a
it,
drum of oil.
been there for a couple months.
I think it's a stainless tub, isn't it?
Yeah, what is that?
I think that's from the Lions Club chicken fry.
Oh, not
Why do
this
we
thing.
have it there?
Is it?
That's a good place.
It's huge, it's probably 4 foot square.
Did it tell you?
Yeah, it's like one of them plastic ones, and we got them plastic ones.
That's got big lids.
Where's it gotta go?
You think they
Is it
put
on
that
Lane's
on?
property?
I don't know.
It's on Lane's property, yeah.
Lane owns that shed.
Yeah, Lane owns the shed, but it's right there between the shed and the gravel pile.
Right,
Right next to the edge of the
I
road.
thought they
That's all.
pulled it out the front of it.
That's all Lane.
we're gonna pick it up and take it.
I will ask, I'll inquire. So it's a tow truck.
Yeah, it's a metal
It's,
tank.
It
Like
seems,
a-
seems like I might
Like a
have.
big,
I think there's.
like a big oil drum or.
Yeah, something.
And it's not like a 55-gallon drum, it's a square,
It's for grease.
300 gallon probably.
It's
yeah.
a, it's a grease trap.
But
I will check.
it's up there on the road, whether, I don't know if it's on Lane's property or not. But I know that it's up on the edge of the road now, and it probably needs to go.
It's on Lane's property.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
it
did he do a chicken fry?
I don't know that
It
it's
probably
from,
came out of that.
I don't know that it's from the chicken fry.
Okay.
I shouldn't have said that, so I find, I just assumed.
But that makes sense.
It's grease.
That makes sense.
Alright, I'll check that out too.
I'll, oh yeah, I'll look at it.
Okay, touch base with me if you find out.
Everybody makes it clean.
Did you, cut off, Lamberson's and break the meter loose, since nobody's living there?
Oh, you live there? No, I didn't mean.
Donna Lamberson died,
She did.
yes.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what.
So that needs to be broke loose and drained, if you could do it, because I noticed her bill hadn't been paid, but she was in a nursing home or somewhere before she got here. So that might help with the pipes not freezing,
Well, and we gotta figure out,
We gotta-
we probably just,
we better shut
I
that
tried
off.
to pick up the trash for
Well, no, there's a dumpster, they sold a dumpster this weekend. It's in the
was
driveway.
over there this weekend.
I just
That
think
needs
the
to be
trash-
shut off
yeah,
immediately.
we probably need to get it shut off though, cause there's gonna be no use and,
No,
I mean, nobody's living there, I guess.
Somebody want to touch base with Tara?
Well, I guess that's if you don't need water to clean.
Yeah, I don't know what she's got
Tara
going
might
on, but
want it from.
Yeah, I think they're gonna start doing some stuff over
Yeah,
there.
it's with
I think
the,
we'll start doing something.
Yeah.
otherwise,
They're in there
process.
cleaning, I can try to send her a message on Facebook.
okay, we'll check into that.
So
that's
that
all I
you
have.
on until they get done?
Yeah, I was gonna touch base.
We'll get a hold of Tara and find out. what-
And my
Let's,
philosophy
let's switch
is,
it over.
all these water bills are, I know, so you don't even need to say it, I'm gonna say this. Everybody that's delinquent on their water bills needs to get their water bills water to date. Period, no exceptions. We should all be, we are exceptions. We have to do the right thing. And if we're gonna put a new tower in, you guys, everybody needs to come up
Well,
on
like
this.
I said before, if someone wants to change that ordinance, the ordinance right now is, we work with people. I've said it before, if you guys want that changed, you introduce a new ordinance.
Which is fine, but damn it, when they're 4 and 5 and 6 months behind, we're not helping them out. We're making it worse for them. I've done it for 25 years. And I get tired of seeing the same
Change,
people on this
change the
bill.
ordinance. That's, I'll say it again. Our,
Well, give me a
our,
copy of it.
our ordinance doesn't call for that. If you guys want the ordinance to call for that, you introduce an ordinance and ask for a motion to pass said ordinance. That's how it's done.
No, give me an ordinance and I'll start working on it.
Well, I mean, like within reason, like I know our times is our times. you know,
Right.
and-
So,
and
But
if they
when
just-
it's consistent.
Right, well, I
so
understand.
look at this one here.
I just don't know what that means.
And it's just sticks out 300-01. And then if you go to 192.02. So 192.02 and 300-01. I thought them were the same house thing.
I don't read any of these.
But you'll
I mean,
see,
my theory is, we pay someone to do this, so I don't mess with these.
You.
but I don't know if those are the same.
You know how I feel about it, Claire.
I don't know if them are the same.
So tell me again,
I bet they're.
192,
but,
What is that?
they do? Okay, I didn't know.
No, those are
192,
two separate.
two separate houses. Okay.
and one of them doesn't, one of them's not here anymore, so.
Not good, but, I mean, once I get that.
Because I didn't know if it was like,
I'll check one off.
Look at 358, and we've been saying we're gonna choose that meter out, and we haven't changed it yet. We've been talking about that for 2 years.
No more, you want to turn them off, you turn it right back on.
Doesn't matter.
I know,
Needs to be done.
I shut one off last week, it was hot, and the next afternoon they paid it, and I turned it back
I
on.
understand, but
So the only, I'm not gonna dig into water bills, please.
I'm not-
yeah.
I mean, it's, again, my theory is,
I'm right.
we pay someone for that, I don't get paid to dig into water bills, I'm not gonna worry. But, the only thing, we have talked about having a disconnect for that
yes,
east side of town for
3 years at least.
3 or 4 years.
Still not done.
Did we officially find out if there was a shut off out
They
there?
never did find one.
Never did find one.
Never
So we
did.
were gonna go in and change the meter.
Yeah, they're gonna dig up
Well,
the
there is no-
service going into the
Dig,
house.
dig up the service.
Yeah,
And put a actual
A
meter.
remote, a meter, and
Something,
shut it
yeah.
off.
Okay. So that'll, how much does it cost to have a meter put in?
It's-
It'll be,
Runs ours, needing probably $125, $30 an hour, for two of them, on the backhoe.
What, what do we have in the equipment for them?
so we can check with them, well, we can't dig in the water line. No, we could, but, how many do we need out there? Just the, is it just the one? Or there are no meters out there at all?
This
You
is,
need one
this
for
is straight
Martin,
line.
too.
So there's no meters out there at all, so we need at least 4 meters?
For just that one place?
No, it's two different places.
Well, I mean, if
Oh,
we go sticking,
Oh, yeah, I got you.
well, there's
Oh,
meters
yeah.
there, right?
I got you.
There's just no shut off.
Correct.
So there needs to be a shut off valve.
Martin's one of them. That meter's in the basement.
Yeah,
How do you know that?
cause I'm smart.
You've been there, haven't you?
I know more than people think I do. Especially when it comes to water.
So we're gonna get quotes on those shut offs, or, I mean, it's gonna be under the quote requirements, we don't need to, we could.
I mean,
Is this
we
more
already
than one
had
property
that
that
planned
needs
out.
shut
for-
off?
I
Or
believe
is it the
all of
same?
them west of town, all these two towns.
He did. I mean,
I don't think he's got time to change his clothes, I don't think.
I'm
Russell
sorry,
got him pretty
I'm
hot.
very passionate.
but the, I think we already discussed it and, you know, it's already been. We good?
Okay, we'll just get it done.
Yep.
I'm off my soapbox.
All right,
I'm not-
Kelsey?
They released the park grant stuff on the first, and it does not look like we ended up getting it. Terry got $600,000.
Wow.
Terry, Milton got it last year, and then Terry got it this year,
Carry,
so,
carry on.
yeah.
Oh, so can we
Yeah, we can
just
just,
take all that info and send it back? like
They got
email?
$600,000.
It's gonna be a lot of work, but.
well, the only
we
thing
do
I
have-
wondered is
Being
if
as
we can
hard.
do, if we do the same plan,
Yeah.
like, we're not gonna change,
Hell, even if we entirely change the plan, it'd be
And who
easier because
knows?
we know what we're doing.
yeah. Every year, I'm gonna guess, well, to get 600,000, I think you had to be on there, there was some list. I
For
don't
poverty.
remember. Yeah, but Milton was on it,
Paul's income falls. It's
but it
higher.
changes every year, so I don't know,
So we need a 4-year.
yeah,
Yeah, we don't, we're
But
not
I don't know
qualified
what-
for some of the money that others will
yeah.
get, which is a good thing.
Yeah, but you know what,
Is there-
some of that stuff was surveyed years ago when we had a lot of people in this town for the period. I mean, we're done good. There's some changes that have happened in this town since flood, and I'm not sure that is necessarily true
Yeah.
now. I think,
I don't know how the census or.
I don't know how they do it, but I think
Taxes, I have no idea.
Well, and I do wonder if they're, I mean, Milton has got it, Perry has got it, they're not gonna give them to the same, like, I feel like eventually
Yeah.
our number has to come up, so
Well,
I don't
grant-
know.
Grants are you just keep trying.
And I can touch base with Kevin, I don't know if if he can just update it, I mean, surely if we didn't change it, or if we do decide to make small changes, it would at least just maybe
Right.
be a little bit
Yeah, we
of
might
a
go
fee
ahead and.
instead of that.
Either if there's something we need to add from like our original plan that we took out,
we
that would make
realize-
it look,
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
Better.
Can you increase on the amount that,
Well,
we
and if
wanna
we,
do.
it depends too, if we end up on that list, then, and we could do the full 600,000, then it would be different, but you're pretty much, the way she explained it was, you have a much higher chance if you're on that list of getting the grant anyways, and then if you spend the money up to the 600,000, that's, so anyways, we didn't get it, but we can check into it again.
And that's still a match though, right? You got $600,000.
the six,
It's
the
just-
other one.
They
was
give you
match.
$600,000.
Okay, so
Yeah.
if you guys are willing,
Yeah.
Try, keep trying.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, put in the back of your head if maybe we want to go ahead and spend a little money on a park this year.
There's a few things that we should probably,
Well, it's already February, appropriations happen in 4 months. So if we're gonna spend it, I need to know by appropriation.
Yeah.
Have we spent all of our money this year with doing the surveys and
No,
stuff?
no.
I don't know when that came out, cause I mean, just like,
Didn't we put like
even the ending and stuff
7,500?
around.
What did we put back?
I can't remember either.
It was, I think it was 7,500.
Yeah, and we, only thing we paid is the engineer. for the-
Look at, we got a big expense rate.
Mhm.
No,
Basketball goal.
Mine is supposed to be getting, that is a super odd size, it's a size for the tennis ball won't go through, a 2-inch will go through. I'd say just put a 2-inch on there and walk around with your tennis ball.
I'd like to fix some of them cracks in the asphalt, 'cause yeah.
Well, that's
we
gonna
can't
keep
do it.
getting worse if we don't at least seal it.
Yeah, we need to at least seal it.
So if someone wants, I mean, I'll
I brought it up a long time ago and I never did.
I'll put it on the agenda for, maybe what the top hitters is are for everybody, and then it'll be July. or June. Or if we haven't spent the 7,500, we do have that money already appropriated. So, if we
We
wanna,
have insurance money on that point.
we already got it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We
Yeah,
had it.
that pays for the trees and so much of it, almost all of it. If we wanna come in there and asphalt or dig up all that asphalt and put new asphalt down, I mean, that's $2,000. We have money still for the park, I think you probably told how much. Or if you wanna go get a bunch of trees, or,
Some people want the trees because it's a park.
I don't wanna take all the trees down. I mean, it's,
Yeah.
that
So it
was
would be nice to put a couple more back in there. maybe.
with what we, yeah.
Yep.
I think that was kinda always the plan, we just really didn't know if we were gonna put a
How
walkway
the rest
in,
of it was
where,
gonna go with the.
but we could probably run by.
Springtime's a good time.
Anything else? Alright, I'm gonna call for a motion to adjourn,
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Nay? Right.
Just working on that
We're
billing
doing
sheet
this
for the
tonight?
park. I need to send that to Kelsey before the meeting.
That was awesome.
Well, I hate to happen to see
Yeah, I didn't even.
Quincy, what if
Quincy
Quincy
might
got
take
five,
that
$600,000?
stay at the same time, that they'll do it.
I don't know. The only reason I didn't know who got theirs is because my neighbor wrote theirs. And she says when we saw this in like the disadvantaged community or something list, she's like, Brenda contacted her.
Brenda would have contacted and said, hey, no.
That's what I thought, because, well, and I looked because Quincy Park made a post that they got 600,000. And then I said something about a school, and somebody else was like, oh yeah, here got 600,000. Dang. So I kept checking my email, and then when we were Claire was talking, I was and I pulled it up, and they finally put out the comprehensive list of who got stuff. But of course, like, look at like, the whole thing.
Yeah.
But
And then we put them,
anyways,
It's like blah, blah.
but
Well,
Terry
we
was
could
the
still
only one.
follow through.
I got the minutes all the way back to 1892.
Start
Dana
with
said,
fundraisers.
when I said,
Oh,
do you know that
because if
I
we're
have
gonna do
read
it,
all
then we
the
can say,
minutes
hey, we have
forever?
this
She's
much
like,
money, maybe that works.
yeah,
It's
because
like
he had to
last
come
year,
in
she's
and
like, so
get
how much
them.
do you rent?
Just in case you're wondering, there's no dancing allowed.
And
so-
I was about to break out. and
So,
Let's see.
yeah, I don't know.
That was
But I
passed in
think
the,
we can, and then
like,
even if
the teens,
we apply for it another
but
year, and then maybe
there's no dancing allowed here.
if we don't get it, you know.
Not this
Well,
building,
and raise
where this, Jason,
It was next door, right? Did they, community garden?
Jason Peters sent me a picture of it the other day.
It was like a frame two-story, and it wasn't at the
You know, he was
firehouse.
here
and-
asking about the
Sitting
floor.
around.
That's not it.
Maybe he, there's something he would.
Yeah.
send out.
No.
We've got some people who can do stuff.
Well, and then,
You know,
somebody
There's something
else
else I teach.
told the Masons were gonna match if we did
Same one?
He's got a place
something.
with-
Yeah, they were gonna match
Yeah.
my fundraiser.
Yeah.
Right, it quit.
So we do have some stuff.
I think replace it.
Yeah, we just need to plan.
No, if anything,
This phone.
they really
Well, you
don't.
got that number.
It really just,
Well, not if it's a new one, I don't. Yeah, I don't have it.
but it increases the
Write it down, then I'll call
I
you.
kind of want to
Unless they
participate
get rid of
in it, so.
they can, you gotta pay the
I
tax.
think I saw that last year. I was like, man, that would be fun.
And then they
No.
pay.
Now, like.
They pay me to
time
teach
if we
the
wanna
text
try
how
to
to
do
work.
some kind of
I don't work
better
on
show relief.
I know how, I teach,
Cause it's either all or nothing, like it goes well, or you're like,
Well, that's
I've
the
got a-
only thing, 'cause I do
Um,
wish there was something.
I'll get that in.
but
Go
people
away.
will be
Tomorrow,
picking when they're
Wednesday,
gonna
I'll
go,
call you,
and all
then
that,
you
things
just
like
keep
that.
finding
classes.
So,
the son's robots, and the robots are $272,000.
but then when you do it like
Just
that,
a little
we
bit
can
of
then
training.
plan it.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, but there are also other weekends,
I
I
can't
mean,
do
granted, it's not like it's gonna be to the park, but.
I got a corporate card, so I just get people coffee and
Yeah.
donuts.
That is true.
All these
Um,
farmers.
Hi, Roger.
You guys have a fine rest of the month. Is there anybody else supposed to be out there on you? If I'm out there walking around, I see somebody, I can tell them, get out.
Just
It's
me.
true. I even stopped the tenant farmer from hunting.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's, I don't want the liability.
I understand.
Yeah.
Well, if I go after hunting.
Roger's gonna come after you.
Roger just shoots into the ground.
You guys are just gonna be running each other.
I remember when I was in the
Yeah, that was on Facebook. Somebody brought it up on Facebook that said, whatever happened to the old theater. People on school about Facebook, Elmo, Gene Smith, and Jason Peters started putting pictures of it up. And there's this whole conversation about stories about the theater on Facebook.
Oh, your stuff's still,
my great uncle.
What?
you're still live.
Uh-oh.